Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. The idea behind creating this YouTube channel to assist people that are interested in learning .NET and interested interested to pursue the career as a developer. Let's get started. In this video, we're gonna see three things. We're gonna start with the .NET SDK installation. Second is to install Visual Studio Code installation. Third one is to create a Hello World application, build it and run it. Uh, I'm going to open up the articles. All the link to all this article will be posted on the description. You should be able to grab it quickly and then do the needed work as easily. This is the Microsoft .NET SDK page. And the latest .NET SDK available is .NET 9.0, but that's a preview one. We're not going to use it. In this video, we can go ahead and install the .NET 8.0.4 version. Based on your workstation and an operating system, uh, grab one of the installation file. Go ahead and install it. This installation file has uh, three pieces. That is ASP.NET Core runtime. This is to run the ASP.NET Core projects, and then we have .NET Desktop runtime to run the desktop application, and then this also installs .NET runtime. Once you complete the installation, we can do a quick check. Open up a command prompt and then use the driver command .NET --, and then do a version. You can use this one version. Yep, there it is. Uh, this should display 8.0.2.4, whatever the version that you have installed. This represents your .NET SDK installation as good. Once you are done, next piece is to install Visual Studio Code. To build any .NET project, we need a IDE, integrated development environment. We could use Visual Studio, that is a subscription based one that we need to pay for it. That is a very sophisticated one. Or we could use the open source free version, that is Visual Studio Code. To start with, right, we're going to use the Visual Studio Code. Go ahead and install the Visual Studio Code on your workstation based on your operating system. Pick the installation file and complete the installation. Once you are done with the installation file, open up the Visual Studio Code. Yeah, once you launch the Visual Studio Code, you should see this home page. The next step is to open up a folder. So go to Open Folder. Go to your favorite location. Select one. Okay, select one. I missed it. I have to go back and create one more folder. I'm going to create a Hello World. Go inside the Visual Studio Code, and then I'm going to create a new folder named Hello World. Let's do a select folder. Yep, there it is. Hello World. Yeah, all my code files will be saved under Hello World folder. And then go to terminal, open up a new terminal. This is the command prompt that we're going to use to uh, create a project, build, and run it. Before we get started, I want to make sure that the Visual Studio Code has been installed correctly. So I'm going to use the same driver command .NET, and then I'm going to use the another property or attribute info. Yep, you can review it and make sure, okay, the .NET SDKs and other things are installed properly. So I'm going to clear the screen. The next piece, I'm going to go back to the article. I'm going to look at the third one. In this article will explain about the .NET driver command. You can go through it, and then you can understand what what .NET does. .NET driver command does. In this video, we're going to talk about three different commands. That is .NET New, this is to create a new project, and then .NET Build to build a project, .NET Run to run a project. Let's start with .NET New. So we, you can click this one. You can get to this page. .NET New. .NET New takes different attributes. The .NET New and then the template, right? Template. We have .NET provides the ability to create different types of projects using different templates. So we could create ASP.NET, that's a web app project, and then we could create a services. We could create mobile app, we can console, and so on. In this case, in our video, we're going to create a console app. The console app does not have any GUI, so all the interaction will happen via the command prompt. We're going to use template as a console, and then we're going to use the language as C#. So let's go ahead and create our first program. We're going to use the driver word .NET New console. We're going to use the language C#. Okay. This the command has been executed successfully. It did create three objects: CS file, CS project, and an object OBJ folder. Let's open up the CS file. The CS file just have one statement. It says a console.writeLine hello world. It says to the .NET runtime environment saying, hey, go ahead and print the statement hello world in the command prompt. Pretty much that's it. So we have our first project ready. The next piece is to build. Let's go back to the article again. So this is another link. It should be available on the description. Let's go back here. Then the first piece is right. So the first piece is right. We have the program ready. The next is if we have to build the project, build or compile the project using the C# compiler. So once you run the .NET.build, that will ask the compiler to compile the program. The compiler will look for any syntax error. If there are any, it will report the error. Otherwise, it's going to create the IL file, the intermediate language file. It will be a exe and a DLL, or sometimes just a DLL based on the template type. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back to Visual Studio Code. I'm going to clear the screen. Let's do .NET, and then build is the attribute that I'm going to pass. .NET build. This should build the project. Yep. So the project has been built. If you go to, it has created a new folder structure, bin, debug, and .NET 8.0. Under that, you should see the exe and the DLL. So we have created the IL file, the intermediate language file, successfully. The next piece is to run the application. So let's go back to the article again. So then we have completed the step 3, the step 4, right? The CLR, the common language runtime. We're going to use the CLR to grab the IL file, intermediate language file, and convert that into an native code. That's a machine readable code. And then once that is once the machine readable code is there, the CLR will execute the statement sequentially and display the results. Yeah, you can go through this documentation. It has more details. Let's go back and run the run command. So .NET run. This should run the application, and then it should print the hello world sentence on the command prompt. Let's take a look at that. Yep, there it is. Hello world. It did print. So our application did not have any syntax error, and then we were able to run the application to print the hello world statement on the command prompt. The quality of the good developer is to uh, is the debugging skills. If you have a good debugging skills, the development is a lot easier. Uh, so I'm going to teach you some one simple trick to start with. In subsequent videos, we're going to learn more about the .NET as well as more debugging skills and other skills that are needed to to be a successful developer. Uh, I'm going to print a statement cool. This is the second statement that needs to be printed. I'm going to introduce an error. Let's introduce a new numeric one into the statement. I'm going to build this project. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the compiler uh, screams saying, "Hey, something went wrong." Look at the line three. Look at line three, and then the name console one doesn't exist in the current context. It says the console it's not able to understand the word console one. So this should give you enough indication saying, "Hey, console one is wrong." So I have to go ahead and fix it. So let's remove the one and make it correct. So right now it's console.writeLine. That is the correct syntax. Let's go ahead and build the project again. Yep, I'm able to build the project successfully, have 0 errors and 0 warnings. Next step is to do a run. Let's do a run. I'm expecting two statements, hello world and cool, in my command prompt. Yeah, cool, it's done. I see both the statements printed on the screen. That's cool. In the next videos, I'm going to go through the classes, functions. Those are the starting point for any .NET development. Till then, bye. Bye from my side. Thank you all. Have a good one.